Hi and welcome to Up Monkey. My name is Alex and I help creators just like you. I've got another channel which is outdoor related content, and when I'm filming outside, it's the one thing that's always in the back of my mind is I've got to take loads of photos, because basically I need a thumbnail for whatever video that I'm shooting. It's not as simple as just snapping. Thumbnails are the most important part of a video. You've got your title, you've got your thumbnail, and then you got your video. So if you stick around, I'm going to tell you exactly how I do it. So before we start on the video, just remember to subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below. When it comes to the editing, that's where a lot of people get stuck, because they're looking for one app that will do everything. And unfortunately, you're not going to get that. I think creating content on the go requires you to actually be very creative. So the very first thing you want to do is open up Snapseed. When Snapseed opens up, basically it asks you to tap anywhere to add a photo. So I'm going to tap in the middle and then open from device. I'm going to select the photo I actually want to use for my thumbnail. So my thumbnail is going to consist of a few different photos. Once you've selected your photo, Snapseed will then open up, and right at the bottom you got looks, tools, and export. So you're going to go into tools for the moment and tune image. And you're going to adjust the brightness on the image. So I'm going to take it up to about 20, and then the contrast I'm also going to mess with that a little bit, and 20. Saturation, I want to give it a little bit of saturation. I'm going to give it 15 saturation. The reason I'm doing this on my iPad, and I should use the iPad more often, but the reason I'm doing it on the iPad is because obviously I'm filming on my iPhone, because everything I film is filmed on my iPhone. And so give it a bit of ambience as well. Then take that down to about 19, 20, up to about 20. Your highlights, I'm going to take that up to, I'd say about 25. Yep, that's looking okay. And shadows, I'm going to take shadows down a little bit, so it just gives it a bit of depth to the photo. Not too much. If you tap and hold onto the photo, it will show you the original photo and the photo as you edit it now with the changes that you've made. So there you go, like that. Next thing, I'm going to go to selective, and I'm going to click selective there, and I'm just going to take this up a little notch on my face, because when you'll see when I sort of crop the photo and cut the photo and so on and paste it onto the other photo, I want that to stand out quite nicely, so that's why, but you will see that. Okay, so let's select that, and then we're gonna export. So I'm gonna save copy. So from here we're gonna open up another program called Pixomatic. So select the photo that I just had, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut. So all I do is go right around me, just drag, hold and drag, and make sure you surround the whole photo. Now you don't have to color the whole of the inside, because when you click next, that happens. So it's selected most of me, but now I need to click on fill and just fill in these few gaps. Now I promise you, these are minute, so you know, you don't need to get absolutely all of them, because the way you use it, it doesn't always show. But if you can get it as best as possible, then the better the quality, the better the thumbnail at the end of the day. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for striking, stunning thumbnails that are actually gonna help you get those viewers and those subscribers. And you know, unfortunately content should be just enough. So good content should be enough for you to get subscribers and so on, but unfortunately it's not. Oops, what did I do there? You know, you've got to have that hook. You've got to pull people in, and the competition is so high in 2019, so basically you've got to be on the ball, and you've got to do absolutely everything you possibly can so that your videos and your thumbnails stand out. Right, I'm happy with that, so I'm gonna click on apply, and then I'm going to click on save there, and I'm going to save it as a cut. Basically now I'm looking for something else, and that's the one. So you see what I said about taking loads of photos and so on. If you take photos outside, then basically you're stuck with those photos, and you're stuck with the distance of those photos, and you're stuck with the quality of those photos. But when you take additional photos relating to the video that you've done inside, if you take photos like this and photos that relate to the video, then basically you can always crop out those photos and utilize some of that material to enhance your thumbnail. So I'm going to cut this again around the whole of that, and then I'm just going to select that one, and I'm going to go overboard on this one now. It's not selected my hands, and I'm not really bothered because my hands aren't actually going to show, so I'll just deselect my last finger there. And that lace there, I mean, I don't need all of it, so I'm going to select part of it like that. I'll just take it further down just in case, but it's not going to be seen. There you go. I think that should be okay. Apply, save to cut. Don't save it as a photo, save to cut, because obviously then that removes all the rest of the background. So we're going to close that and press reset, and then the photo that we actually took out in the field, we're going to grab that now. I've edited this photo on Snapseed already, so I'll put a bit of blur on the sides and a bit of shadow on the sides and enhance the photo a little bit and so on. The video is all about hammock camping and setting up a hammock and so on. So basically the thumbnail has got to relate to the video content. So we're going to click on plus and add foreground, and then we're going to go on cuts at the bottom, and we're going to select that picture of me, and we're just going to place me there for now. That's fine. And then we're going to do that again, add foreground, and we're going to select that bag with the hammock, and we're just going to place the bag just over there. It's been a long day, honestly. I need a cup of coffee. Oh, there's nothing better than a nice warm cup of coffee, especially when it's freshly ground. Absolutely beautiful. So right, at this point we got everything set out and so on. So we can add text on Pixomatic as well. I like to play between Snapseed and Pixomatic, and I like to sort of play between them two, because they can both do text, but one can do different text than the other. So I just go for the style of text that I want. If I got it on Pixomatic, then I will use that, and if I got it on Snapseed, then I'll use that as well. And I'm trying a new text at the moment, so I'm gonna go ahead and save that, and this time I'm gonna save as image. And just remember, when you crop in your main photo, always crop it 16:9. That's the size you want for your thumbnail. Save, and we want to save it as an image, and then we're gonna take it to Snapseed, open new photo, open from devices, all photos. Now text. So I'm gonna double tap so that we got caps on. So basically, is my setup the right way? And click OK. So we're gonna take that along there, drag it up a little bit, and then transparency, because we still want to be able to see what's in the background there. So we're gonna set the transparency down a bit. You got your color, so you can change the colors of your writing. You can change the style of the writing and so forth. So I know this is a style that I want, and these are the colors I want for the video. I think I like that. I like that the most. It's not too much in your face. It sort of relates to the video a little bit. You know, I think that's fine. You don't want it, because of the background there's a lot of greens and a lot of browns, so you don't want your writing to get lost. You actually want your writing to stand out. The one thing I would say, let's save that for now. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm actually gonna go on selective again. I'm gonna just click on my face there, just make that a bit brighter, and when you tap on the screen you can actually see. That's okay like that, I think. and click OK. Now I don't need to save a copy of it, so I'm going to save. It will ask you allow Snapseed to modify this photo, and you click on modify. Right, so we close that down, close, reset. So we're going to go back on Pixomatic now. This is how you actually get the results, so you've got to put the work in. Nothing comes for free these days. Select text, caps on, hammock, next. So we're gonna select the front of it. What text are we gonna use? I'm gonna put something a bit sharper than that. Yeah, I think I like that. So I'm gonna take that, copy, done, color, black, done, and apply. Right, so then we're gonna text again, paste that in, next, and apply. So we're gonna take that white one, move the black text to there, take your white text and increase it to more or less the same size as what you got there. Now you've got to get this as close as possible. So yeah, that looks fine, like that. So we're gonna hit on save there, save image. Now let's view our image. That's the sort of type of image I wanted for a thumbnail for the video that I created. So it relates to the content of the video. It's absolutely stunning. It's got me in it. Before I close the programs up, I want to make sure that everything is right. So I just zoom in and just check everything out, make sure that all the lines are nice and detailed and there's nothing missing or overlapping anywhere. And as you can see, that's pretty good. Now obviously in Photoshop you got a lot more options that you can do in one program, and you know, when you're creating content on the go and editing on your phone or editing on your iPad, obviously you got to use a couple different apps to do that, but I think that's pretty good. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope that you now found enough confidence to do it yourself. And if you need any more advice or any help at all, please just give us a shout in the comments, and if I can help you, you're more than welcome. I will do my best.